Well, there's one market that's looking a little bit bullish this morning. It's the oil market. They're actually in the green. So that's to show that this volatility we're seeing here in the market is still rewarding some of the oil. Chevron is up, British Petroleum is up, Shell is up, and we see the oil market rallying. And that's always a factor, especially with the Iran war, that's been kind of more bullish for the oil market as demand is still going to be there for oil and supply might be shorted. But look at photonics, seeing a big red market. Looking at the data center markets, everything is in the red this morning as well, with steep declines continuing across the memory markets. The semiconductor markets are also selling off tremendously. And we see this kind of continuing into general AI markets as well. Oracle selling off, SPY starting the day down 1% today. So what is the deal? Because I don't know about you guys, but we've been tuning into the earnings calls, whether it's in our live sessions that we've been having each morning. If you ever want to tune on in there, it's the second link in the description below. Or it's, here on YouTube where we're doing the earnings calls. And surprisingly, almost all the companies that are in the semiconductor market, like Taiwan Semi or NVIDIA or AMD, have been coming out with tremendously great earnings. We saw 77% year over year profit growth for example, Taiwan Semiconductor in their earnings earlier this week. The earnings are tremendous, and the revenue is continuing to grow on many of these companies. And if you look at the demand for a lot of the AI compute, it's tremendous. There's a company here, NBIS, that we've covered in the past, along with APLD is a constructor of the data centers, but NBIS is actually the cloud computing. And I was just looking at some of their financials after being a company that's providing solutions for companies to rent out their compute, and you can see their income, their revenue has been just surging, and their positive net income of over $500 million last quarter. This company was very, very small not long ago, and it's continuing to rally and see that growth. The income statement here annually has been starting to increase. We see quarterly, really, it's starting to ramp up. So obviously, you look at that, you look at a $1.7 billion Bloom Energy project for AI infrastructure here. You look at the huge investments from this $1 billion deal. You look at all of the new investments from Apple and Tesla, and a big conservative approach from NVIDIA, for example, or AMD, still seeing tremendous demand. They're very conservative. They've been doing this for 20 years in the chip space, and so they're not going to be talking things up too crazily when things they've got a good track record of being on target. And so everything looks good financially, but you're seeing sentiment in definitely in a place where you're seeing this peak out in a lot of the markets, seeing some of the sell downs. A couple reasons then, a couple things that kind of puts us in a position to take advantage of. Number one, there is always that possibility to do any short selling on some of the companies if the momentum continues. A lot of them, though, just in general, what I'm seeing is in these sell downs, a lot of them are still in these kind of major overall uptrends, but that they've pulled down significantly, and they're still going to be looking like a pretty good deal. That's going to be in the range of AMD and NVIDIA, looking at Oracle and AVGO, looking at NBIS, or some of these AI infrastructure plays that really just tremendous financials continuing to grow. Did they peak out? Did we have a lot of surges back here earlier this year? 100%. Were they a little bit on maybe a price point that was way above where sentiment could hold consistently? And in order for us to maybe keep a steady uptick in the AI infrastructure valuations, we do need a healthy pullback. Yes, probably. And so that's where you're looking at, APLD here, for example. No confirmation on any of these companies yet of seeing that reversal in the charts, in the price action. but everything seems to be doing well from the financial standpoint. And why is that important? Well, it usually means that a lot of these big pullbacks are, they might be extended, they might be even painful for many, but they're also going to present a lot of great opportunities. And that's what we're already seeing. So some companies like APLD, for example, if you look at the overall uptrend over the last year, this is one we started covering back here around $5 a share. We've seen it sell down to $3 and rally up to $50 a share as we've been covering it probably on a weekly basis, maybe even slightly more. That goes to show with a lot of space tech companies as well, which are in a similar place. You know, their revenue was increasing big time, but they still haven't seen their positive net income come in. We also saw that there was a SpaceX stock drop. Well, they've been really continually to sell off after IPO's big hype, but the test flight was aborted due to engine ignition failure. So not an explosion, maybe, but that's going to be interesting to start seeing how those potentially impact the space tech markets when those happen, because they may happen in the future. I mean, basically, the whole space tech market has sold off since the Blue Origin IPO. But the reason I just say that is because, you know, most companies are seeing these little impacts, these little notches. Right now, it's Iran war, it's sentiment, it's oil prices doing well, but still, you know, double checking the AI sentiment from institutions and seeing a shoulder check right now where we get this short-term downtrend. And so while the overall uptrends look good for a lot of these companies and the financials look good, if you were to look at, for example, APLD or a lot of these companies, they kind of look like this. All right, we could pull up AVGO, we could pull up Broadcom there, you could pull up Oracle. They kind of have these very consistent downtrends over the last month and a half. Right, you're seeing a downtrend like this where, you know, lower lows here and lower highs kind of holding below that moving average there. Just very consistently kind of selling down here to this $25 a share for APLD, which is back where we were, you know, back here in, it was March of this last year, right? And during that time, when we were back there, you know, a lot of people were saying, hey, is this going to be it? Are we going to see them break below? They touched that 200-day moving average. They dipped even further below. But then we saw, you know, this tremendous rally kick in after that. And the rally lasted for, you know, about 2 months. And it was essentially, you know, 157%. And so what we're looking for here, you know, we made a video about 3 weeks ago where we were saying that we're selling most of our shares. Sold a tremendous amount of medium-term positions. Holding all long-term companies, don't really care about the long-term as much, just holding. But again, short-term sustained downtrend, still in that downtrend, no confirmation yet. Most companies, we're going to have to wait and see for about a 10% to 15% recovery before any of the downtrends start to break their pattern and start to look more positive. So from a technical side, that's kind of what we're looking at. Now, technicals oftentimes continue the direction that they're going. Stocks have a greater chance of doing so. Fundamentals usually determine overall direction. Fundamentals do look good right now, but you're seeing the short-term direction being that of a huge sell-off. That's not pretty. It's ugly. I'd love to be here bullish, but again, that's just how it looks. And that's where the opportunities will be presenting themselves. And that's what we'll be watching into end of this week and then also really into next week. I think we start to see potentially some relief next week. If we get significant relief, we start to see that V-shaped pattern. But again, SPY, this is just getting started potentially as well. That's always a factor that you could see things sell off further. So just keep that in mind. And in the event that that takes place, you know, maybe there will be opportunities for us to potentially short some companies. I love it. There's a lot of great companies that we cover. There's also a lot of terrible, overhyped, even greater liabilities than assets type companies that should be probably shorted during times like this. And so we'll be taking a look at those ones as well for potential shorting opportunities to potentially make some money on the way down for some of those companies. Now, that's going to be another video, but I'm really looking forward to also jumping into the shorts. And we're also going to be opening it up and looking for opportunities like that this morning if things continue in the direction they're going. And we'll be there again 15 minutes from now. I'll be live at market open in our StockMate daily live trading. If you ever want to see our entries, our exits, see me trade live, if we do trades, a lot of it's medium term, some long term, but we do occasionally do some of the shorter term plays. We'd love to see you there at market open. Again, it's the second link in the description below. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on the overall sentiment. Obviously, sentiment seems to be more towards the red, but what you're thinking about that in contrast to all of the great financials we've been seeing come out, especially this last week with Taiwan Semi, in the comment section below. If I earned your thumbs up, hit the like button. Do consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.